Hey everybody, Shay here. Welcome back to another reaction to Naruto Season 3, Episode 5. He flies, he jumps, he lurks. Chief Toad appears. We know now that Naruto can summon frogs, and somehow that's going to help him in the tournament, because that's what I'm taking away. Unless what happens in this episode and possibly the next one, I do feel like they have to tie something up here. Like after this episode, it's going to be return to the tournament. We need to bridge back into the tournament, and we are in the 4th week, or we're potentially rolling into the 4th week. Well, I mean, the frog speaks, so the frog might give us some exposition about this, how this relationship works. So there you go, something to look forward to in this episode from a pattern and storytelling perspective. What's the threat? I just realized, what's the threat of this 4-phase arc? We do have a little bit of a Gaara moment that happened, but that was like a main plot. That was like a side plot. Here's to be honest, like all of these were kind of side plots. I mean, this might be the strongest narrative through all of these, but we still had all of these little ones threading through, because I think they're trying to get a lot of ideas done before we go back to just fighting. You know, I think is what's happening here. What else can I speculate on before I hit play? Some other an escalation on the conspiracies. We did bring the Hokage ideas came back. Interestingly constructed is how I'll put it. But do I know where this episode could go? I sort of don't. I believe it has to resolve to some degree. We have to get some frog exposition, I would assume. Maybe we'll get the 4th week with Sasuke on the cliffside with Kakashi. Let's go. Those are my ideas. So much rambling. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Booey.
On my neck part.
I mean, to be fair, that was still a really long fall. He still would have died. Like, he still would have died. The frog isn't that soft, you know. Maybe it's like part of the chakra was like a buffer or a shield, like landing or something like that. Oh my god, it's like its own mountain.
Oh, tail there!
Check and see if it's a giant tadpole. Chief Toad. You know what's crazy is this gorge still actually goes further because the toad actually caught himself. Yes. Endless chasm.
He overdid it with the chakra's
He had nothing to worry
power.
about. A scar in his eye. What the hell did this toad fight to get a scar that size on his eye? The nine-tailed fox.
I finally pulled it off!
And onto something you can hold, bro.
Whose head do you think you're dancing around on top of anyway? I am the wise and powerful Lord Gamabunta, the Chief Toad, and you're an idiot!
How is that type
What is this guy? He seemed cool,
not
but
getting
give
dropped?
me a break!
Hey, Jiraiya! Where are you, Jiraiya? Just
Okay,
what do
so
you
they know
think
each
you're
other.
doing?
Even I'm not able to handle Gamabunta. I mean, he's a real handful.
Where's Jiraiya hiding?
Huh? Who's this Jiraiya? I don't know any...
Don't play dumb.
Come on.
If you're talking about the pervy sage, he's on the cliff up there, Chief Toad.
What in the world does that fool want with me?
Well, actually,
My
the funny
bad.
thing is that I'm the one who summoned you. Thanks, boss.
Well, it worked. Well, it worked.
There's no way a little squirt like you could have enough power to summon up a being like me.
I really, truly summoned you. You've been
Yes.
talking down to me,
Yes.
but I'm the one who summoned you, and that means I'm your master.
That's
you have
right.
to start respecting me and doing what I say. You got
Damn.
that, Toad?
I don't know, the whole master line might have been going a little bit too far. Naruto, dial it back, you know, dial it back.
What?
Do they have powers over, like, can they tell them what to do and they have to follow it? Like, how does this work? Or is it, like, it's an agreement? That's why you sign the scroll. Like, it's but I mean, this doesn't feel very mutual. How many piercings does this guy have? Pointers. I'm gonna G-force. Oh my god. Oh, come on.
Whoa.
Dead.
I'm going for a walk.
No, wait.
A walk?
Listen, why don't you just
destroy a whole-
get out of...
I'll destroy a whole forest going for a walk.
It's clear you're incapable of serving as my henchman.
Oh. Reversal. This is what I call the false victory pattern. The idea that you get something really good, it's going to be the thing. It's going to likely include the secret weapon inside this as part of the schema in this pattern. And then at the end, you don't get the thing that you get the victory for. And that means we still have to have the false defeat, which is actually going to be the part that triggers the actual catalyst to something much greater. You lose, but then you have your second win, and you come back, and you have your metamorphosis moment. Oh, he's gonna stay up. He's gonna stay on him. That was the comment, I suppose, right? Is if you can't stay on my back.
If making you respect me depends on me
Oh,
staying
damn.
on your back.
All right. The idea that we might get this all in this episode, where at the end of this episode now, we're gonna get that show of respect. We're gonna get this thing to honor this bond, and then they're actually gonna be more or less gonna be mutual agreement that something's gonna
I'll
be.
just make sure.
Not about like you control me, I control you. It's going to be like, no, they're partners when they get summoned, and that's the relationship you actually build.
That's right, and when I do...
There's an interesting idea going back to the Act 1 of this intermission bucket, which was you have to, if I can catch you. So his first teacher. But he had to try to get away from the teacher, but then he couldn't. And so he had to be trained because... And now it's the reverse. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's now like he can't... Now it's like the Toad can't get away from him, and Naruto's going to have to stay on the back as a bit of a mirror pattern of Act 1 of this intermission.
Then you'll have no choice but to recognize me as your undisputed master. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I'm gonna become Hokage someday. Don't forget that.
It's almost like... Yeah. Oh, I just heard the very... There's women. There's women. There they are. And now Jiraiya is confused and distracted. Not confused, he's distracted.
Sorry, Naruto. I'd love to help
so
you, but
illegal.
I'm afraid that I've got far too much work to do here.
Bro, this is criminal.
Yes, research.
I thought you were
Screw
trying
training.
to let Gaara out of your sight, Kankuro.
Even someone like him wouldn't dare to do anything in broad daylight.
Well, I'm
But about-
pretty sure he did. No, it was the moon. It was the moon. That's right, because I made the whole comment of like the lycanthropy kind of angle to all
About
this or
you.
something.
That guy Shikamaru.
But we know now that that was week 1, which means that tournament's going to be in the full moon, which means that's a potential release of that power. So we've already gotten the seed of how that escalation can happen.
Or whatever his name is. If you
What?
had taken the exam 1 year earlier, then you would have made Chunin easily, right, Tamari?
Okay.
See that?
A little side plot happening here. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to have you 3 ninjas participate in the upcoming Chunin exam. We must use this chance so that we're able to crush the Hidden Leaf Village.
Damn.
But why? Why are we turning on the Leaf Village? Didn't we
Okay.
sign the Treaty of Alliance with them?
Okay.
Yes, you Genin aren't aware of all the details of this.
Exposition.
We also delegated to the Hidden Leaf Village
Oh,
matters that
so we got one of my speculations. The we have to bring that piece together. The intrigue layer stuff, right here.
should have been handled by us.
But that means it also has to escalate now. There needs to be something that happens, and now we have the context for that in the Act 1 of this episode. See what I'm doing here? Which means that these 3 characters are going to be part of how this escalates.
And even when the head of
Okay.
our country is weak, we, the country's arms and legs, suffer. Shinobi like you were created. Gaara. The land of wind's very
Created,
existence.
so he's not normal. There is something in him. As normal can be in this world with the inner energy stuff.
Feudal lord and all his
The chakra. I'm meaning there has to be, that's like meaning there's something beyond the chakra. There's something even beyond the chakra.
to see it. This needs to be done to make that idiot aware of the importance of preparing for a crisis.
I mean, the crisis won't exist, though, in theory, if you just keep the agreement. No? Because you are all protecting each other, and, like, nothing has to become a crisis. Because, again, like, he's talking about the weakness being the fact that they can't train to fight against things. But it's like, but if there's nothing to fight against, then you become weak. That's what I'm taking from it. But it's like, so you have to create something to fight against so you can become strong again so you can fight. But, like, you don't... That's the whole point of the alliance. It's, there's no fighting.
This is our
But
only chance.
that's their identity, you know?
Now, Gaara, this mission depends entirely upon
There it
your
is.
skills.
Okay, that's just set up the officialized the antagonist of the threat. I mean, I know it's Orochimaru, but remember I said there were like 4 buckets going on here. There's like 4 different tiers, and so we have to get through his.
This path will certainly lead to war with the Leaf Village.
Our plot
Spent
closures.
so much time and sacrificed so much to achieve this alliance.
And we have a weak spot inside this dynamic now, which could be the foil, right? Of narratively speaking, like this is very clear to me now.
And now, we're breaking it so many will die.
Harden your heart. This is the will of Lord Kazekage.
Which puts her at risk from a storytelling perspective.
All shinobi are simply tools for fighting. Accept that fact and you'll see that all
We have been told that even by Kakashi, right? In the very early of the training of the Team 7. But part of the lesson we also got from Kakashi was that there's, I'm not going to say it right. But it was the whole thing with the whole eating, but then they give Naruto the food anyways. And it's like, it's scum. I think he used the word scum, at least in the translation. It's like the worst than failing is to be scum. God, I know there's like a line like that. Something about breaking the rules, but if you break your honor or your bond to your team, it makes you worse than scum or something. You know what I'm saying? You know the line.
Make sure
plus
you
rank.
succeed.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yes.
It's like this long tail play, and they have to be part of this tournament. They got to get through the tournament. They got to get to the end of the tournament, and then it's like a kickoff. It's like 8 bullets. Yeah, because there's so many layers that have to go on here. We know that he's involved in that the higher level thing. We killed the dude.
Much anything.
But she's gonna have a role to play.
I
Puts her at
guess.
risk, man, because she's got that doubt. Oh, now what? Now what? What is he gonna do from here? Can he create air bubbles around himself? Pretty sure he has. Okay. Just gonna give him a freebie. Just stay under the water, man. That'll end that problem. You want to get him off your back? Stay in the water.
Seems like Naruto is in agony.
The whole episode. The whole episode.
He must have exhausted most of his...
Dude, it's so important for him to look that way that he's not looking at the girls on the beach. He's actually caring.
chakra.
There,
Look
girls.
at that! Isn't that rainbow pretty?
Have you got-
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I mean, hold on. I'm going to pause it before I actually see what happens. It'd be cool if he didn't turn to them. And that's like his arc. He stops being such a pervy sage. Because he actually starts to believe in Naruto and care more about Naruto than perving on girls illegally.
Oh yeah, I'll say. It's all gorgeous.
Oh, he's not. Well, he's not a magnet. I mean, I'll give him that. I mean, he's halfway there. He didn't use his, like, goddamn telescope to perv on them.
Successfully moved all 3 pawns to the final rounds as planned.
And the pact with the...
This scroll contains the details of the Sound Village's plan.
Okay. I mean, there can be a whole macro level manipulation play going on here between villages instead of just ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is great. I mean, there's still ninjas, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this could be like someone playing someone.
I was wondering if you could position soldiers near the border under the pretext of a tactical exercise. With just the 4 of us.
The Hidden Leaf Village isn't full of dimwits, and the Anbu Black Ops are active in that area.
With only our current military capability.
That's why I've sent Gara and the others.
Oh,
The restoration of Sand Village's glory is in your hands.
okay.
Now,
Sir.
Damn. This is a big play. This is a big plot play, man.
Just a little longer.
No, he did not just see. That was not to insinuate he could see this. No way.
Just a little longer. It's almost
Ow.
over. What's that?
I mean, because there's no reason to have done that cut. You know what I'm saying? And him saying, after that scene, there's no way.
Fully sets and I haven't fallen off. Then you're gonna be calling
That'd
me
be
master.
crazy.
That Naruto, he's already way past his limit. I wouldn't be surprised if he fell off any minute now.
Is actually interested.
I'm going to bring an end to this once and for all. I hope you won't hold it against me if you die!
Oh my god. Their back roll or what?
Whoa!
He's gonna kill a bunch of the women.
That's where all those pretty ladies come to hang out! And the kid is able to use more chakra.
Like, really confuse him. Oh, nice. Nice. Clever. Yeah, okay, cool. Conserve your energy.
How do you like that, Chief Toad? I'm still on your back.
Oh, poof.
No!
Oh.
If he falls like that, he'll die.
Oh, he's not gonna die after this.
Too bad for you, little snot. And you almost made it, too.
No. He's not gonna eat him.
Amazing. He could hold out so long against a tough opponent like Gamabunta.
What was that look?
Naruto Uzumaki, huh? Fully aware that this boy summoned me all on his own. First time since the 4th Hokage that someone has dared to climb on my head. As may be expected after that battle, he looks completely drained of energy.
So his father? Wouldn't if his father was summoner of Chief Toad, wouldn't his name have been on that scroll? Which means wouldn't have Naruto have seen his father's name? Does he not recognize it? Does he not know his father's name? Like, I'm actually getting legitimately confused. But I'm recording episodes ahead so that I can't get spoiled just in case. But I know you all been good about that. So unless I'm supposed to have known, but I don't know. But I did. You can correct me on the stuff I should explicitly know, but not what I haven't been told from a position of the story, from the storytelling itself. Whew. All right. So, not the end of the arc yet. So we're still good. Numbers are still good. We still got some of the speculations came true. Didn't know how they would have created an adversary for it to be the fourth phase, but that was pretty much it. Stay on the Toad's back. Couldn't have guessed that. But it played out. It played out right. It was a full episode for that, which means one more episode, bridging episode. Resolution, metamorphosis. Naruto's a new person. He's getting his healing. He probably gets that rest in. Boom, 4 weeks over. Got to go back to the tournament. But I don't think they can't just take us right back there. There's gonna have to be a bridge episode. We also got a piece though that crazy exposition drop about the Sand Village. That was crazy because that blows it up. Like it doesn't do this to just this arc. Although I feel like it's going to have an impact from a Gaara narrative perspective, like that bracket of narrative ending, I mean, has some depth to it now, like Gaara being the catalyst moment for this larger idea. I don't think this idea can be contained in just the arc about with Orochimaru. I think that's going to spill. That's going to spill into whatever the next thing is how, because it's too big. Like right now, like the biggest bracket narrative I have right now is that the tournament, the exams, the tournament, like that is the bracket. That's as far as I go. Orochimaru at the beginning means Orochimaru at the end. Now, it could have been an Orochimaru slide into the beginning, and there's that bigger play going on here. But and that Gaara, because Gaara was also at the beginning, and so this is more like a Gaara arc, whereas Orochimaru might slide into whatever's next, which becomes this village problem. And this is just a catalyst to kick off that next mega arc. That I mean, like, because it's too big, man. Like I just don't feel like, and it doesn't belong. Like it's that the way this exposition was dropped. It hadn't happened earlier. Like we knew something was up, and there were the seeds. The seeds were there earlier, but it wasn't the exposition. Exposition is usually in the second phase of a 4-phase arc, and so it coming this late in feels like it's just a seed for something bigger. It just feels like too much exposition as part of what would be the catalyst moment, the phase 3 to 4, the act 3 catalyst. Can't be exposition. You're supposed to have that already. At the same time, that might be equivalent to heroes in the second half of an act 2, where you kind of have the defeat before you come out of it. Like I have the whole minion madness pattern, which would happen. It would be triggered at the transition of a 3rd phase to 4th phase. That might be equivalent to that, and so it's an explicit threat as part of the escalation that maybe takes us into the 4th phase. So maybe it does still work. I just feel like, what comes of this? Well, the Gaara, I mean, we have to assume that Naruto being the hero, that this story is going to come to the end in the favor of the heroes, right? And so the Gaara storyline can't end with them winning, but at the same time, it's not about that. It's that if the Leaf Village finds out that there was this play being made against them, that idea alone is way broader. It's way broader, man. So, anyways, I do feel like that's going to be the next. We're talking like, I don't know, what is that now? 10 episodes from now, 15 episodes. Who knows? I have to go back to. Let me just get through the 4th phase of this, because 10 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 would be your 3rd phase. We have an intermission. And then when we come out of this, it's going to be 10 episodes after that. That's the best math I can do. So, anyways, it's going to end somewhere in the mid to late 60s is where we're going to get the final piece. So, lots of episodes left. I'm going to watch one more episode tonight in this session, just to see how that, if the next episode is a bridge, I want to see how that works so I can talk about it and I can have some closure. If it's not, I might push another episode after that if I have to. But in any case, let me wrap this one up. I'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to explore, engage, inspire, buddy. Peace.